All right, y'all. We are back with the Wellness Plug TV. You already know your host is the best, Nadia by nature. I'm excited today to talk to this big time chef. You know what I'm saying? I want her to be telling us everything what we eating and what we not supposed to be eating because she went through these things herself. So we're gonna get into it and let her introduce herself.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Thank you, Nadi, for having me. I am Aisha Meeks. I am your elite private chef and culinary connoisseur. I specialize with bridging the gaps, the communication gaps between children and family by doing food appreciation, music
Yeah.
appreciation, and culinary cooking as well. I do have a mentoring program that is called Culinary Crusaders, and I help children all across the world learn how to cook, and any age
Ooh.
really learn how to cook. And then I also do my private chef experience where I come to your house or
Mm.
your event, wherever you are, and cook everything right there on the spot.
That good
Um,
stuff.
that good. Uh, yes, so that's who I am. And what else would you like to know about me?
Yeah, so we want to hear the story about because here at the Wellness Plug TV, we talk about wellness journeys, like from your perspective, how did you get where you are? I know the story about you, but we want to know the story about you, like how you become a chef. Was there anything in your life that caused you to change over to this wellness journey so you can help other people? And the first thing I want to say is that she helped y'all do meal prepping. So, of
Yes.
course, we know wellness with the meal prepping, even though they know that I really don't believe in meal prepping on that level. But at some point, you have to be consistent with the things you eat, and everything you eat has to have its place and how much you eat, especially if you're going by calories and stuff like that. So, you can just tell us off the top, like
So
from
for
your story.
me, I started cooking when I was 9 years old. I was on the stove at the house with my mom. And then it kind of shifted to helping someone when I was at 14 years old. I started helping another lady cater, went to my friend's house, and she really wasn't into helping her mom, but I used to go over to my friend's house just for the catering part. It was,
Oh,
I love my friend
wow.
too. Don't get me wrong, I love my girl. But I did go for the catering part eventually, and then I switched over. Fast forwarding, I started to get out of catering. I love food. I love to be around it. I took the joy of it, but it wasn't bringing in the money like I wanted. So of
Mhm.
course I just went and started doing all kinds of stuff, customer service, just anything to get the dollars. And
Gotcha.
a lady ended up speaking to me about catering again, and I was like, I right now I just want to just get my money, like
Mhm. Mhm.
just
Mhm.
that is the main thing that I wanted to do. And I ended up, I'm sorry, one
Oh,
second.
you good?
I ended up um I ended up um going back into the culinary business. I'm sorry, Nani. Can this pause for a second?
You can hit mute.
Okay.
It's like a little microphone. Oh, that was thundering. Ooh, I love the rain. The
I'm so sorry.
rain. Nah, you good. I love the
um,
rain. Come on, rain. Yeah. Okay.
but yeah, I got back. I got back. I eventually ended up getting back into the food business,
Mhm.
and um, after I got into it, I ended up losing my passion for it again, though.
Mm.
And I just didn't feel like I wasn't good enough. Like I didn't have enough skill, which it was all in my head. It was really just me believing that I wasn't good enough. And so then someone kind of once again came and kind of gave me a jump start. Like, you better not give up on this. This is for
Mm-hmm.
you. You
That's
know it's
right.
for you. God's been telling you it's for you, and you need to get out of your head. So I started doing it again, and then I ended up taking sick.
Mm.
I got really really sick. Um, I was throwing up one day after having a meal at work, and I was like, I don't know what is going on. I was like, I'll be all right. So I went to sleep, and then I woke up in the middle of the night, and I was just throwing up, throwing up, throwing up. And I called my mom. I was like, I need you to come
Mm-hmm.
and sit with my kids because I'm a single mom. And I was like, I need you to sit with my kids so I can go to the hospital. So my mom ended up coming. I was like, they're probably just going to send me home, and I'll be all right.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up having emergency surgery to get my
Wow.
gallbladder removed. My gallbladder was so infected, it had began to scar my intestines and all the organs that was around it. So they removed my gallbladder, and I started feeling good for like a little bit of time. And then I ended up getting sick again, started throwing up again. I was like, what is going on?
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, I had colonoscopies done, all kinds of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
One of the colonoscopies came back that I had like very bad cancerous cells. So they were
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, it's probably cancer. And they started saying it's probably this and that. So they ended up testing me for cancer. And to God be the glory that came back that I didn't have it.
Mm-hmm.
But they did come back and say they're still actually in the process of trying to figure out if it's Crohn's or IBS. But right now it's labeled as IBS. And
Gotcha.
so when I tell you that journey of being a chef and having IBS or Crohn's and not being able to eat
Mm-hmm.
everything that you
Mm-hmm.
used to eat, oh my goodness, it is a challenge to get away from things that you love.
What are the things that you love? That because I always try to think back to habits.
Yep.
When disease form is due to the habits and decisions that we make for the foods that we eat, right? So
Absolutely.
whether you consume sugar, salt, those are not the key indicators. All food pertains and have sugars and salts. So regardless of how far we try to run away from it, it's still,
It
if
still
it's not
presents that
fruits and
issue.
vegetables, it's still gonna cause some type of problem. So tell me, what are your go-to foods? Or I'm sure it changed now, but before those things happen to you.
I'm not even gonna lie to you because it still is it's an issue sometimes. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
But man, pop, soda, however you want to say it, wherever
Really?
you are.
Right.
But that is addicting to me. I will just drink.
Mm.
At a time, I was drinking 24 pack in a day.
So
I mean,
did
a
they
lot.
say that could have been like your reason for?
Honestly, nothing has ever been said dietary wise that
Gotcha.
that's the reason. I just found myself end up going to the
Mm.
bathroom because I
Mm-hmm.
entered something and my stomach would go
Mm-hmm.
like huge from
Protruding.
tomato,
Mm-hmm.
and it would be tomatoes. There's some seeds
Mm. Oh yeah, no,
that
I
you
know about
take
tomatoes.
from,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that will tear you up, or the acid in it
Mm-hmm.
that will
That's
tear
right. I was
you
just
up.
about to say, how is your insulin level and how are your stomach acids? Because you done killed it with the soda, right?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay, makes sense.
Killed it with the soda, and then like I am a tomato eater too. So if I
Right.
eat
Yeah.
tomatoes,
When
I'm
you
killed.
have IBS, that's one of the top things that we tell our clients don't
Don't.
touch.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
those
and
are one of the main things.
strawberries too. Strawberries will
Mm-hmm.
cause
Mm-hmm.
issues with me too.
Mm-hmm.
Lettuce,
Yep.
salads.
Anything. See, people think that we talked about salads before. That salads are harder to digest when you have gut issues.
Yes.
People
Yes.
think when they go on a diet, that's the first thing they do to cut calories. Instead, everybody needs to look at what they eat and just minimize it. Like literally take smaller pieces of everything that you smaller little portions. You don't have to have a full whole extra large pizza. You can have a pizza, but don't have it extra
Split it
large,
up.
maybe just take two slices out of it something like that. When you are already diagnosed with something like IBS and like you said, in Crohn's or anything with the gut, you just
And
got to be
dairy.
careful. No, you
Dairy.
just got to
Oh
be
my
careful
God. Yeah, you really do.
because
But
your stomach needs
it's
to be repaired. That's what it is.
yes,
It's yeah.
that's just what I was about to say. Like it's so important to kind of detox your system and get
Hmm. Not
those
when
things
you
that's
no.
yeah,
You don't
yeah,
start with
that's not
detox when you are already needing to restore things and need to repair. If you need to renew your gut, there's nothing you can do. I mean, I love detox therapy. That's
yeah.
what I am, a detox therapist. But at the same time, people don't realize that you can go take these teas, you can go do this, you can do that. And I have teas as well. You can do all these things. But if your gut is already disaligned, messed up, malfunction, nothing is gonna happen until you repair it.
And I can attest to that too because actually, my stomach had already been going. I mean,
Mm,
IBS didn't just happen.
right,
It had that's a year's worth. That's
right.
buildup. And so I started taking a detox tea that I really
Mm-hmm.
didn't research about or do
Mm,
anything.
mm,
And I started drinking it and on top of the food that I was taking. And that when I later on, after I went back and read the tea, it actually said on the tea, if you have IBS or Crohn's, not to consume it. So
mm,
it is so important. I don't know how you feel about it, but it's important, like even to get blood work done and stuff before you
mm.
start doing this diets and all this other kind of stuff because you can mess your world up, and it could just be something simple.
So people get upset at me when I say, "Hey, I don't mind consulting with you. I have a plan for everybody. I can do
Mhm.
your customized plan for you, but I want to see your blood work. I want to
Yeah.
see simple things, white blood count, red blood count. I want to see how your body absorb things. I want to see what you're trying to fight off. It's
Yep.
a whole situation when it comes down to planning. So everybody would never be the same. You and your mom can have IBS, but it's not going to be on the same
Yep.
level.
Yep.
Your gut could be fully disrepaired, needing to be fixed, and hers might need to be
Mine.
restored. Those are two different
Yep.
things.
Yep. And what like you're saying, everybody's track ain't the same. So
Mm-hmm.
you have to go and get yourself
Mm-hmm.
checked. And that's important with meal planning too, because
Mm.
if you're trying to diet, meal planning, like if you're trying, it's important that you're watching what you take in. And if you're not getting blood done and you're
Mm,
consuming rice, that's the starch, which will turn into
mm.
sugar, which will
Insulin.
go into rice.
Yeah.
Rice is a healthy thing.
Glucose
Yeah, I
and
mean,
yeah,
you gotta watch what you're
that's
intaking. And
right.
sometimes they say certain potatoes are starch, corn starch. I mean,
Nightshades.
come on.
Nightshades cause histamine levels to rise. We do not
Yeah.
want you up here swelling and trying to figure out why your toes bigger than the other one and your hands swelling, you
Mhm.
can't fit your ring. It's a lot of things that takes into that. And I'm glad you noticed that, even though like you had to go to the hospital and had to stay there and they had to do the gallbladder thing and then find out that it was other things that, right, that causes things. But just to hear you acknowledge it, a lot of people don't want to acknowledge that this is what caused it. This is what they know they have habits, but they don't want to explore on them. You can
Yeah.
have those things, but just let's start, taking back a little bit. And
And
then,
it,
like I said, I don't want to put you on no diet, but if need be.
and then it goes like into your mindset for real.
Mm,
Because like once you know that these things, I'm talking about me. Once you know these things mess with you and you still
right.
choose to contribute or go to
Gotcha.
it, that's an issue. You have to work on your mind to be able to release those things. And it's a
Right.
constant thing. There's times where I won't touch pop for a month and then I'll all of a sudden, boom, I hit it like I didn't went
Mm,
what you call relapse,
right. Relapse.
and then I'm back at it, and then I
Right.
have a harder time. Like getting off of it. It's so sad, but it's a mindset thing. You gotta watch what you are running to, and recognize your body. Start learning your body.
That's right. But and then you saying the mindset, but it's the extra step of making the decision to say, I'm not,
I'm gonna leave it alone. Yeah.
I know for a fact this is what's gonna make my stomach hurt. I know for a fact when I eat this dairy gonna have me running to the restroom. So I have some intolerances. Be mindful of the things that you take in and watch the action behind when it starts flushing out. Yeah. Or if it don't flush out at all. I have a lot of clients that have IBS, do not go, but probably once or twice a month. How healthy do you think that is? And most of them go to the gym. Most of them are very slim.
Yeah.
But it's completely backed up. Don't have no blood work. Don't want to do no extra work. Want to get on a plan, but don't really want to get on a plan. And most of them, even though they go to the gym and they look good, they drink a lot.
But yeast, man.
Yeah, we talked about that.
But that's a big story. Everybody dealing with a disease or not wants a quick fix, right?
No, just true.
So that again it's always a problem. We want to have nice results and be good and healthy, but we want it right away. And sometimes that stuff takes time. And also, if you are doing meal prep and not taking care of yourself or your body or making sure that you're good, you could be wasting your time, your money, your energy, all of that. Like for me, I was always like, I'm a nice shape, but my stomach is just like boom. Sometimes it would be boom. I'm like, how come every time, even when I start to work out and start, everything else look nice, but that stomach, it would be like, ugh, I can't get my stomach together.
You want to take care of the stomach. See, and that's another thing too.
That's it. That's what I was going
to say. You can work out. You can even eat lettuce, tomatoes. You can eat what they say, apples. You can take apple cider vinegar. You do all those things, and it can still cause destruction, cause your swelling, bloating, inflammation. And inflammation is what causes the most of disease. Like you said earlier, when they took out your gallbladder, it was inflamed.
Yeah.
Running hot. Yeah. Because something else won't function well. And this is another thing I want to say. When one of your organs don't work properly, majority of the time, all of them are hardworking.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're on a system.
That's the reason why, everything is put there, specifically to work together, period. So let's go back into when you start, chefing, and this time, now that like, hey, I want to go into this direction for this, how can you help somebody that has like, bad eating habits, like you said, to show them like the best way to go through meal prep? Because I know it ain't all about like salads. You're not putting no salads in your meal prep because it's gonna be bad.
No, again, like to make sure that you're getting your body checked. That is so important. And once you recognize whatever is going on with your body, if you find out that it's just you, that is something about taking control, learning how to get control. As far as what eating habits are, or what you should or shouldn't eat, again, one, I'm saying check your health first. And two, it is depending upon each person. Like, certain things can do certain things to your body. That's why like Atkins diet, and they have the where you can I can't think of it, keto,
pescatarian, that stuff.
And you can go through all those things where it puts your body in ketosis, and then you start burning certain carbs. Or not carbs with keto, but certain things that you intake.
Right.
It can use your body or make your body, but it's always best, water. Increase your water
intake.
Right. I'm gonna say it again. Increase your water intake.
One more time.
Increase that water intake because the water. You're made up of. I know, Nadi. You know how much percent of water.
Go for it. 80. It's and that's the thing. If we made of water and dirt, Play-Doh, and I mean, what's going on? My thing too is that we suppress on water. Okay. But the things, what it is it's the stuff that we need from the water. The water helps replenish and renew the gut and anything. If you're going to do, we're going to talk about fasting real quick. Water fasting after 72 hours will get you a renewed gut. Everything far as wise is cellular, the whole body is equipped to regenerate itself through this water. So just think, if you were to just, it's like it's about to rain, it's got to clean out some stuff. That's what it does. And so a lot of people don't like to drink water because they say it take a lot of time in a day. So I used to be one of them people. But now, I drink H2O, but I am infatuated with H3O. Fruits. And my coconut waters are essential to me when I'm out in this burn down heat. Do you hear me?
That way.
All right.
People don't realize there's certain waters that certain companies with the brands add that salt and all this other extra stuff. You don't know what you drinking.
Right.
But there's some strips that you can go get your pH tested in your water, and then you can make sure that you're drinking accurate water. You also want to do that pH test on your urine too, so that you know the acid levels that's in your urine and that you can get your body back restored too.
Let me throw in something. If you have IBS or any chronic gut issues, if you're trying to repair the gut, I'm going to shock you. Your body needs more acid than alkaline.
Yes.
So if you have those issues, the pH levels in the water where it's too much alkaline in it, it absorbs in your stomach and your gut line to not let everything else function the way it's supposed to function.
Yeah. Yes.
So that's what I kind of stress too, especially when it comes down to gut health, because everybody's not the same. It's not the same. Your gut health is totally different from mine. Period. It doesn't matter. A lot of people trip out because I can eat spicy foods all day long and dairy and don't have no problem. Maybe like a couple days later on, but right then, no, I'm not. Like, I have a really nice gut line now that I've repaired it. You remember I told you the story about, me almost dying from a foreign toxin that consumed me, that caused an inner allergic reaction to my body, to where it was congested, to where there was no nutrients to be able to absorb. I don't care what kind of food I was eating, it was not working. So I had to start with gut repair, and then the lymphatic system, which is very system, and people really don't know about the lymphatic system. You have more lymph than you have blood. There are places in your body that you can tell that become congested. It's just like when you have a cold, you have lymph nodes underneath your neck. And when you start seeing these things, you take the proper precaution to move forward on acting on it immediately. Because when those things become to swell, and if they're congested, they can't drain itself, then it starts affecting the heart, the brain, the nervous system, your organs, and everything else. It shuts down. Yeah. So if I have me who done 8 classes a day, drink plenty of water, eat plenty of fruit, and eat well, if that happened to me, guys, what do you think it's possible to happen to anybody? Anybody. It can consume you to where you go down. You can be like Aisha said, she had to go get a gallbladder removed. And that probably wasn't even the case. The case was that the body was totally inflamed and not even recognizing, the foreign things that she was putting in there. It was too much consumption of whatever it was. You see what I'm saying? They put her in the overload. Anytime you're on the overload of toxins, your body is trying to use everything to fight itself out. They just say if just like a breakout on your face, you done ate something, it's gonna come out.
Yeah, and I wish I would have known before, or like what I know now before I got my surgery, because I would have tried to do preventative measures.
Gotcha.
To even after I found out that it was my gallbladder, instead of accepting the surgery, I would have been like, hold on. I don't want it, because you can deny it just because they say you need it out right now. You have the option to do what you want to do
That's
with
right.
your body. But if I would have known what I know now, I would have said no to the surgery and tried to um, get to a specialist
Mm-hmm.
and do everything I can to try and get my body back restored because I feel like I need
You
my bone
needed it,
back.
right? Yeah, because I
Yes.
feel like, I was septics, like right up in here. If you septics
Yeah.
where you can feel a heartbeat here, that's where, like, even people know who does the chakras and stuff like that. They know this is where the core is. Once this
Hmm.
break down, that's it. It's
Yeah.
almost like the body is you dead. You
And
go
I can't
septic and that's
stand,
it.
hold on, pause. I can't stand when people say you don't need it. You don't, why is it there if we don't need it?
Right. All of
We
it
need it.
work together. All of it work together.
Yes,
All
we
of it works
need it.
together. It's just like when people say, "Oh, well, they do like the liver transplant, all these different things." That's why they there. They need it. They know
Hmm.
they need it. So of course, going into that and having those things, how did that change your body now? I know you got a story, so you can tell people now, like the preventative parts of it, or what to do, what to take now. But how's your body now? How do you feel now at this point?
I'm doing a whole lot better, but it did take a change
Mm,
of a lifestyle, not a diet, a change of a
that's
lifestyle,
right.
and watching what I'm taking in all the time because, like I said, the choices that you choose to do
Mm,
can
mm,
affect your body. For me, it can affect me for months, days,
right, right.
without getting that out of my system because what happens with my body is my body holds on to certain things and I
Mm-hmm,
can't
mm-hmm.
get it out.
Release
And
them.
then
Hmm.
when my body finally does flush, it's like, okay, I can't stop it. Like,
Wow.
so I
Wow.
have a
So is
flow
that
through.
is that a part of IBS too? Because I haven't heard that quite just yet, but I did hear that about Crohn's. One of
Yeah,
my
that's
clients, when she has it, she just go. It doesn't stop when she
why they're
finally go.
kind of confused of what's going on because they're
Mm,
they're like, it looks like it's IBS, but it acts as if
mm,
it's Crohn's. So they're like,
mm.
we gonna just tie in because you never really see anybody who's diagnosed with both of those diseases at the same
Gotcha.
time. They
That's true.
usually say it's either one or the other.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's
in
true.
my situation, I have kind of like a similar activity from both of them. So they're trying to figure out
Gotcha.
what to really say. But they, on my paperwork, it has listed both actually. So
Wow.
yeah. So my
So what are the
doctor told me.
preventative? Yeah, what are the preventatives now? Because I know there's some people out here that has this stuff and they're going through the same thing that you're going through.
Mhm.
What are they telling you now?
Well, they put me on, and this is bad, but they put me on steroids for a period of time. And my body just kind of, it went through a phase where I got real hungry and I was just eating up everything. I was eating up
Yeah, the
everything and I
steroids
started
make
to,
you feel like you smoked something. I heard.
yeah.
Wow.
And I started to blow up again. I'm like, what is happening with me?
And
What
then
is
the thing is, it won't stop neither. It takes
Mhm.
it takes years for that stuff to come out of
Yeah.
your system.
Yeah, this is a journey. Like I'm still in the process of, like, I won't say recovery, but finding
Gotcha.
the path that I'm supposed to go.
Correct.
So I would say, because of, like, one of the things with the health thing is to take a food sensitivity test to see
Mm-hmm.
what you're sensitive, what
Your
your body is
intolerances
sensitive
are.
to. Yeah,
That's
your
right.
tolerance are. And that way you can kind of
Wow.
know a better direction of what you should eat and what you shouldn't eat
So
too.
have you been able to do that yet?
Yes, and it does. De- Depending on where you are,
Mm-hmm.
some insurance they do allow
Mm-hmm.
you to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But I did have to pay out of
Did they do
pocket.
the skin or did they do it through blood?
Skin.
You need
So
to go
like,
back and get it blood.
oh wow, yeah, you need both.
Go
I'm going.
definitely get that.
I'm going to. That's my next step. I'm going to do that, and I'm also going to do the other therapy where they do the flesh.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm going to do that too, because I've talked to multiple people about too. I do have some friends that kind of are in the
Okay,
same things.
so for that, always prepare. I want to just say this: always prepare yourself for where the I mean the decision that you make. So, say
Yeah.
for instance, you want to go get the flush. prepare your body with absorption things, like to make sure that you have, no, seriously, because those things cause infections, and infections can get into your blood, and they cause bigger issues.
Mm-hmm.
Not, even to instill any kind of fear in you, because they have worked for, several people. But
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, I always
It
take
may
those
not.
precautions. Yeah,
It
just
might
take
not
those
work for me.
precautions.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, take the precautions. When you take the precautions, you already know. So, okay, hey, I need to get these things in my body to prepare itself to be able to fight off any type of infections before it comes. See, people don't think about that. So, like, we're going into fall, right? A lot of people get sick in fall and winter time. Ain't nobody preparing in the summertime.
Yeah, it's true.
Ain't nobody preparing for the end of, everybody look at summer like, okay, it burns off. Ain't nobody getting sick. That's fine. But like I said, it's about to rain. It's going into the fall time. It's going to start getting cooler. We're going to
Mm-hmm.
start wearing jackets. Our clothes has to change. Everything has changed. Even the foods you eat are going to start changing. So with that being said, why not prepare yourself?
Yeah.
Don't wait until it's time and then start taking vitamin C, and then all of the vitamin C is going off the charts. You should already be eating vitamin C.
That's why make your health a lifestyle.
But I
Gotta
need
be.
you to prepare that gut. We're gonna talk later about this. We'll prepare that gut before you have that procedure done, and just let me know what you need.
Yeah.
Because it's procedures to everything. Like I said, everybody wants to detox. Everybody want to detox. You see it all over social media. Detox, detox. Everybody can't detox. You just defined that. You just showed us that everybody can't start with detox, especially if the body is needing to be prepared.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
nobody will tell you that. They'll just sell you anything. That's why I don't like selling. That's my biggest thing. I don't like selling. I know what I have is great because it works for me and it works for 3,000 plus other ladies, but I know for a fact that even with the products I have, there's different protocols that I had to put into place for them. Hey, you can't drink this as much. It tastes good, but I don't need you to drink it like it's water. And I would get, mainly now that I'm like calculating everything up, most of my clients have Crohn's and IBS. So if they can tolerate what I'm offering, I'm excited. I'm super excited because at first, like I always mention and tell everybody, when I created this was just for minister cramps, but it was to lower the inflammation and the swelling. So most diseases are inflammatory and cause the swelling and bloating. So that's why I like and enjoy what I do, because I already know what I got. It's gonna work. Now the other stuff, they go, oh, swipe me out like what? I don't want to be swept off my feet. I want to go regularly. I want it to come out smooth with no problem. I don't want to be set off.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I will also say I do recognize that with the disease that I battle, vitamins are important. Usually vitamin D is very big deficiency.
You better tell it.
You have to make sure that you're getting that vitamin D intake.
Yes, and add that K2 to it. K2 it helps it absorb into your system a little bit faster and smoother. If you have a high vitamin D level, sometimes it can cause conflictions if you don't have your calcium level to a certain part too. But I mean, for the most part, what I like is that you taking all the chances and opportunities to fixing what you do, even though we still have habits. We're human. We have little waves. But I think it's still great that you're implementing these things, and now you're actually out there as a chef to show people these things too. And just think how great that is. Even though you had to go through these experiences, and I did too, we're able to share now with other people.
It's a different joy. And your craft. Like if I know that I'm going to give you this, and not only is it going to taste good, but it's going to make you feel good. I'm like, oh yeah, take this, try this. You got to test this out. I'm sure it's going to be better for you.
Now we're going to talk about some other unhealthy food real quick.
Oh.
Wait. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna talk about some unhealthy food, and you're gonna give us some tips on some healthy food that you would give, anything that you would give like your clients. Okay, so we're gonna talk about some unhealthy stuff. So what are your top foods that you cook, like as far as wise the catering? I know I started cooking like you at 9, going to a catering arts class. Girl, I was excited because I did lasagna, baby, and to me that was like the hardest thing because we didn't have that growing up. You know, we just had like little junk food here and there. But baby, when I came home and Chef RD that Italian mixture and stuff that they showed me in the culinary school, I was like, oh my God. And that is that's my big thing. Don't call me, ask me for no lasagna. But I'm just telling you, you know, I can stack it up, you can freeze it. But I want to know, like, what are your, like, if you have one special meal that you like to cook, or you know, maybe you have 3 or 4, let us know.
Um, Man, the one thing that I'm always doing is I'm always eating turkey and chicken. Um,
Really?
yes, and
I like turkey.
I don't really have like a go-to meal
No,
per
I'm talking
se.
about that you cater to. So like
Oh,
if you want to cook something for somebody, tell us like what you cooking.
oh, a lot of times I'm getting requests for like stuffed chicken
Really?
or
I
like
can see that.
stuffed
I can see
salmon
that.
or the unhealthy smothered pork chops.
Really? People still eat pork out here? I didn't know. Okay.
Uh, uh, Big old. Let me tell y'all this: the turkey legs, smoked turkey legs.
Mm-hmm.
Smoked food is actually not really good for you.
Okay, so wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, watch this. Watch this. Okay, so what I found out was that is very true. So we like our stuff kind of like on a Caucasian side. It's not Caucasian, on Caucasian side. We like our stuff on the Cajun side. So it be burnt up and crispy, barbecue and all that stuff, right? So what I've noticed is that it's a word for it specifically. My brain just shut down, but it's a word for the burnt of the meat that causes cancer cells
Yes.
in your body.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why.
So I'm gonna need y'all to look that up. I
Yep.
forgot the word, but you know.
Yeah. So, smoked meat, and some of the barbecue we always taking in.
That's right.
Gotta watch it because it's not really actually great for us to have. Um, but yeah, lean chicken, baked chicken. I mean, I'm a world of dishes is always being asked. I recently got asked to make lasagna too as well, and like one of the goat yogurt, Greek yogurt,
Mm-hmm.
sorry, Greek yogurt chicken, very good.
Mm-hmm.
Very good chicken.
Wait, Greek yogurt chicken?
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm,
With some
interesting.
lemon, put a fresh squeezed lemon and some herbs over top of that.
Okay. And
Really
we
good.
seen one of your videos
Yeah.
where you had some fresh herbs and stuff like that that was on there. And I said, look at this, you know, putting the fresh stuff on top of the meat.
Yes. And this might go into a really deep thing, but I would say that it is important that you are washing your fruits and your
Mm,
vegetables and things. If you are, even when you're going to your local farms and all that, because there is just a different pesticide that is on the stuff now that
mm,
was not there when we was little, that wasn't there when your grandma and them and your great grandma, they didn't have all these pesticides that we have now. So it's important that you're washing the food that you're
mm,
eating and really pay attention to it. It might look good, but it might have
mm.
some wax and some stuff on there that you do not see that you're taking in that's horrible for your body. So you got to wash, 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 wash. That's so important.
Okay, it's called carcinogens. So
Oh, you didn't
carcinogens
look up the word.
is, oh, I had to find this HCA. So carcinogens is when the meat is blackened, and like I said, it causes cancer cells to it. And because I'm still, baby, I learn every day. Every
Yes,
day
you
I'm in
got
a
to.
class. I'm learning more and more about gut health. I mean, because it's important to me. What
Mhm.
happened to me, I don't want it to happen to nobody else. And of
Yeah.
course, it may not be a foreign toxin, but everything over consumptions of things are a form of toxins that can be causing overload into your body.
Right.
So I'm glad. Look, that's another thing. So when you cook for people that want these blackened things, or are you educating them on? I mean, because for the most part, it's about you still in the business, you still an entrepreneur, you still got to make money. But at the same time, I feel like no, this just me. This is just me. It don't have to be, because that's just how I live. I live like, hey, if I wouldn't do it, I won't want you to do it. Whatever. I want what's best for you.
I honestly do, and sometimes
That's awesome.
I may not tell them, but I
Make
don't
suggestions.
I don't actually cook with salt. A lot of times, it's very rare that I
Rare.
actually add salt in my food because
Wow.
a lot of the seasonings and the herbs,
I
they're
already
going to
have.
give
Mm-hmm.
you that
Mm-hmm.
like we talked about earlier. They're
Oh
going
yeah.
to give you the salt and certain things and certain meats that you cook with. They already have enough
That's
salt.
right.
And no, my food is not bland.
Oh yeah.
It's not
Right.
bland.
Right. You don't have to be, and that's the
No.
thing. People don't realize herbs taste good. It's just like I was telling you earlier about the tea, tasting good. They trip out because it's lemon flavor. And I love lemonade. So I'm kind of addicted to lemonade. So that's what helped me. People don't know that water and lemon actually, flushes out the body. It does not help with weight loss. If you have some different issues, then that's a whole nother part. But for the most part, I'm addicted to lemonade, whatever, like fresh made. And so when I give it to my clients, when they add it to the tea, it's just like sensational. Sensational. But they enjoy it, they like it a lot. And so it helped me. So I know, they can help somebody else. And it tastes really good. And you can't even taste the herbs.
Wow.
And the herbs are strong, girl.
That's
They
what I
look
was
like
going to say. Can't taste the herbs. I'm going to have
hold
to try
on.
some of this tea because herbs are pungent.
They be punching. That's why I say with the flavors, like you're not discriminating against the flavors, from the herbs. That is a perfect example, of other ways to flavor your food and stuff like that. So, what are 2 or 3 herbs that you would say or suggest, like to keep in your cabinet on a regular basis?
Rosemary, of course, that is my favorite. Rosemary, and
Okay.
rosemary is probably one of the strongest herbs. But rosemary is my go-to. Thyme and bay leaf.
Oh, okay. I love some thyme. I love some bay leaf too. I never really got into rosemary that much. I think, you know what? I think we had potatoes a few times. My grandmother used to cooking with some potatoes. So, maybe because I just haven't got into it on me, nothing. I use a lot of different herbs, a lot of them. So, but I keep oregano in there, turmeric is always on hit. I love me some cayenne. I'm definitely gonna keep, all those other things. Yeah. So there's like those are favorite upon,
and
whatever.
turmeric
So
helps with that swelling too. So inflammation, turmeric
that's right.
good intake.
I mean, everything I try, I think everything, all the herbs that I take in, because most all the herbs do work, for the body, but most of them are to lessen the inflammation in your body. And that's because I had my issue or whatever. And so it became a lifestyle, became a habit. I was already eating it, but not to this extent. Now I have to have ginger every day, in the morning.
Ginger
when I
helps
do
with
what?
me
What
too.
gut digestion? Yes, no, that works perfect for you.
Yes.
So I mix it with my orange juice, and we usually have ginger a little session on here where I say put you on the spot, take a ginger shot. I'm gonna start bringing the episode back. I'm gonna have to bring you back just so you can take a ginger shot with me.
Yes.
It won't be today, but I will schedule you on a day to where you can get on here and do that, and that's gonna be great. But yes, like so seriously, we enjoyed, your story because, a lot of people don't know that, suffering from that. And then you already came from a chef line to where you know what to eat, you know what to do, but you need the extra help, whatever, because, somewhere in there, some things went wrong to where, now you have to pay more attention to your body.
Right. And as when you're younger, you're able to do whatever with your body because your body hasn't caught up with
right
with the growth. So when you get older, your system starts slowing down. And the process that it takes for you to do whatever you was eating before.
I think somebody needs to implement that in a whole package thing. When you get out there and telling these kids and everybody about culinary art, because we do have kids that are obese to this day. And I like that you teach, the culinary part, and like all the steps already, because hey, this is what's gonna cause some issues, the salts and the sugars and stuff like that. But at the same time, implementing what you just said just now, about it, I think that will help our communities, because we don't educate our kids. The first thing we do, we educate adults, which is important too, firstly, because the adults are the ones that have to feed the kids. But if the kids are aware as well about the foods that they eat, then there'll be more precaution. Mom, I don't want no McDonald's today.
Right, because you're the one that has to choose. Remember,
that's right.
Everybody's making a choice. That's right. Everybody is making a choice. Of course, a kid is subject to what the parent buys.
That's right.
But at the same time, if the mama always wants to go to McDonald's or whatever, maybe if they eat that burger, maybe.
And most of the time, the mamas don't eat there.
No, they don't. They just getting it for the kid.
So if you won't eat it, if you won't eat it, then why you want to give it to the baby? That's right. That's right. But yes, so
that's another topic.
Woo! Who you telling? Who are you telling? So I want everybody to know how to reach you, how to find you, because they need to hit you up.
You can reach me at Aisha, AISHAMEEKS, that down there, 88 on Instagram, or just Aisha Meeks on Facebook. You can also go to my link tree at the Culinary Crusaders. You can email me at foodlife@theculinarycrusaders.com, and we will get back to you as soon as we can. But I am also on TikTok.
Okay.
So yeah, you can also check me out on those.
Yeah, I need to check you out on TikTok, because I've been needing to learn stuff. When I looked at your video the other day, I was like, I like that. I like that a lot. So definitely. Okay, so before we close out, I would like for you to give the people a word of advice. Anything on entrepreneurship, anything on eating habits, and anything that you have for them that can just come to you that you can share with us.
I would say, don't spend so much time focusing on your past. When you can't get nothing that's behind you, you can only get what's in your future. So spend more focus on your future. Once you recognize something, work towards it. Don't complain about it. Don't stay in it. You have a choice.
That's
Either choose to be stuck or you choose to grow. So that's what I would say.
Choose to be stuck or choose to grow. Y'all heard it first. Give it up for your girl, Aisha Meeks. Thank you so much for coming on. I enjoyed you. I enjoyed your story. We will be back on here too. I got another segment. I got 2 segments. So I'm put you on the spot, take a ginger shot, and we're gonna put you on the spot and dance or not. So be ready for that one.
Dance.
Yes. So everybody
talking about shouting.
Oh yeah. So everybody know I'm Naughty by Nature. You can reach me on all social medias with Naughty by Nature, and that's on everything, I guess. And when you reach me on there, make sure you take the assessment. I have a free assessment on there. I have a free consultation where you can call me and contact me and let me know what's going on with your gut, so we can get your gut aligned back and get you healthy. It's not about the overall appearance. It's about what's with the core and what makes you healthier. So if you don't have that core repair, which is your gut, the core word meaning important, then you're going to have some dysfunction issues. You're going to have some issues ongoing until you fix the problem. When you fix the problem, I got you covered. So again, we thank you so much for coming on. And again, we'll see y'all later.